Hey everyone, how are you? In this video, we are going to solve the Leetcode problem of the day, and the problem is valid triangle number. In this problem, the given input is an array of numbers and the output we need to give is the number of triplets which can form a valid triangle side. So basically, you are given an array of numbers as an input. You have to form triplets from the numbers of this array. Basically, you can say your triplets are A, B and C. You need to assume that these three numbers are the side of a triangle, and you need to find out how many triplets you can create something like this from the given array of numbers such that they form a valid triangle. Now what is a valid triangle? Let us say the three sides of the triangle are A, B and C. Any two sides of your triangle, let us say A plus B, will always be more than the third side C. Or you can say B plus C is more than A. Or you can say A plus C is more than B. For example, if the numbers are 2, 3 and 4. So 2 plus 3 is more than 4, yes. 3 plus 4 is more than 2, yes. And 2 plus 4 is more than 3, yes. So 2, 3, 4 is a valid triplet because it can form a valid triangle. Now the trick here is you don't actually need to check for all the three conditions, and the reason is we can use a simple maths here. Let us say we check a condition A plus B which is more than C, and we say that the C is the side which is the highest or the longest. So in 2, 3, 4, 4 is the longest, right? If the condition is true when A plus B, the two shorter sides, are more than the longer side, then the other condition will automatically be true. And the reason is if C is the highest, right, and A plus B is more than C. And now what you are doing is in other formulas, you are just basically shifting the numbers. You are saying that now your C will be here and your A will be here, right? So you are shifting the A in the right side and shifting the C in the left side. Now try to think about this. C is more, C is the highest, right? If you shift the C in the left side and the condition is the left side should be more, so you are putting the higher number in the left side and the lower number in the right side. So if the condition is true for this particular case, it will be true for other case as well. So what this tells us is we need to check the condition just one time with the highest number, taking the two lowest number as A and B and the highest number as C. If the condition is true, then the triplet is valid. Now let us try to understand about solving the problem using this particular given input where the numbers are 4, 1, 3, 4, 5, 5, 7. The output here will be 20. That is, we have 20 different triplets which are valid in this particular case. Now one of the thing you need to understand guys is you need to form triplets. One of the very easy ways you can say that I will run 3 loops. I can keep the first loop pointer at the first index, the second loop pointer at the second index, the third loop pointer at the third index, right? Basically the index number 0, index number 1 and index number 2. My first triplet is 4, 1 and 3. I got a triplet. Let me check the condition that is this valid or not. The highest here is 4, right? If I keep the 4 in the right side and take the two numbers 1 and 3, 1 plus 3, is this more than 4? No, it is not more than 4. So this is not a valid triplet. We need to count all the valid triplets, right? So now what I can do is I can just move my k, the third pointer, in the right side to form more triplets. Now I got another triplet 4, 1 and 4. Again I take the highest side in the right one. So I can say highest is 4. So it is put in the right side, and I can take the other two numbers 4 and 1, which is 4 plus 1. This is true, right? So 4, 1, 4 is a valid triplet and we are going to count it. Next I can just move my pointer and I can say I got another triplet which is 4, 1 and 5. So basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to create all the triplets here, right? I will just keep moving my k from this particular index to this particular index, then this particular index. Once I'm out of this loop, I can say let me move my j now, right? I can keep my j here. What I'm trying to achieve here is I'm saying this is my A. Basically I want to form a triplet A, B and C, right? I'm assuming that the first number is A, the second number is B, right? This is A, this is B. So now this will be C, then this will be C, then this will be C, this will be C and this will be C. After I am done with this, I will change my A and B pair. I will say this is still A, now this is B. So what are the different triplets you can form? So this can be C, this can be C, this can be C, this can be C. Moving ahead, I can say later on maybe this is the A and this is B, then this can be C, this can be C, this can be C. Basically running 3 loops, one for index number I which is for A, one for index number J starting from I plus 1, this will be B, and then one will be index number K which will be for C, and K will start from J plus 1. This is going to create all the different triplets. Now one of the things which you need to understand here is first of all creating all the triplets is not a good idea. It is a brute force solution. It is not going to work. It is going to give us time limit exceeded error. We are going to deal with this, but first of all you need to understand that let us say you form a triplet using this particular approach. Let us say A is 4, B is 1 and C is 3, right? Now we know that we have to create a formula A plus B which is more than C, and to avoid checking for other two conditions, we have 3 conditions, right? But we are checking for only one condition by saying that C will be the highest. Now here C is not the highest, So when you will form the triplet like 4, 1 and 3, then you will have to first find the highest. Then you will have to find the other two numbers which are not the highest, right? That is not a great idea. But what you can actually do here is, since your algorithm is n cube, right? Because you are running 3 loops for forming all the triplets, we can better do a sorting which can be done in n log n. And once you sort your data, it will look something like this, what you can see on the screen. Now if you form the triplet using the same approach, let us say this is A, this is B, then for sure the third number will be C, will be the highest, because the data is sorted, right? So sorting is definitely going to help. Now let me show you the solution using the brute force approach, and you will understand why is this not going to work. So if you notice here, the solution is very clean. It is very simple. L is equal to length of numbers, then we are sorting our data, and then we are creating a variable result which is 0, and then we are running 3 loops for I in the range of L, for j in the range of I plus 1 to L, for k in the range of j plus 1 to L, and then we are forming our triplets, nums of I, nums of j and nums of k, and we are checking just one simple condition. If nums of I plus nums of j, if this is more than k, then this is going to contribute 1. I have written the condition directly here, because if this is true, as an addition this is going to contribute 1. If this is false, as an addition this is going to contribute 0. And that is what we want. If the triplet is valid, we are going to add 1 into our result, right? And then I am returning this. This is actually passing around 224 test cases, but this is not going to pass all. This is time limit exceeded error. So let us try to improve our algorithm, and there is a very simple trick for this. And if you have solved the problem pre-sum, then you will be able to solve it, because the idea is a little bit similar here. But let's try to see how you can solve it. Now try to think about the formula, what you want to achieve here. You are saying that A plus B, this should be more than C, right? That is exactly what we want. And we want all the triplets, right? After sorting the data, you already know that if you choose any two numbers, then your C, the third number, will always be in the right side of these two numbers, right? It cannot be in the left side, because in the left side the data is going to be small. So let us say you know about your A, you know about your B, which is 3, and let us say it is 5. So the only possibility of C can be either this 5 or this 7, right? It cannot be in between, because the data is either small or equal. We want a bigger data, right? And since the data is sorted, the bigger data will be in the right side. If I know about my C, I just need to find my A and B, right? Because knowing about A and B both can be tough compared to knowing about just one number, which is C. My C can be 7, right? If my C is 7, then my A and B both will be between this range. If my C is, let us say, 4, then my A and B can be within this range, right? If my C is 5, then my A and B can be within this range. And that is what we are going to do. We are actually going to run a loop in the opposite side, and we are going to say, this is the C as of now. As of now, 7 is the C. Now try to find out how many A and B pairs are there such that A plus B is actually more than 7. Exactly that we need, right? Alright. Here also we are going to use some trick. We are not going to go and create all the pairs, because that will be exactly like creating all the different triplets. That is not good. We will say, we will actually use two pointers technique since the data is sorted, right? We are going to say this is A, this is B. Let's keep them into extreme indexes. B will be here, A will start from the beginning. Alright. Now, A plus B, 1 plus 5, is this more than 7? No, it is not, right? So the triplet 1, 5, 7 is not valid, which is fine. What was the problem? Try to understand about this. If I say 1 plus 5, is this more than 7? No, it is not. We want this to be more than 7, right? So we have to increase the number in the left side, then only it will be more than 7. How can you increase the number in the left side? We have all these options, right? One of the number is already the highest possible one, right? Out of all the options, one of the number is the highest one. So I can simply move my left pointer, right? I can say let's increase my left pointer, and from 1 it will now point to 3. So this is my A now. Now at this moment A and B are updated, right? A is updated, so I can say A is 3, B is 5. This is more than 7. Yes, it is, right? Now here is the thing you need to understand. If this is A, this is B, and that is more than 7, A plus B is more than 7, then of course if your A is not 3 but if your A is 4, then also A plus B will be more than C. If your A is this particular 4, then A plus B will be more than C, because the number is increasing, right? You are increasing the left side, and if this is true and if you increase the left side, then also it will be true. So what I know from here is, the moment I get to know that A plus B is more than C, I know that all these three numbers can also act as A. This can be A, this can be A, and this can be A. So we can say ABC is one pair, ABC is one pair, ABC is one pair, and ABC is one pair. Not pair but triplets, right? So we got to have 4 triplets. So now I don't need to move my left pointer in the right side. I can directly do the calculation. How can we do it? This is at index number 1. This is at index number 5. I can say 5 minus 1. Right index minus left index. That is the total number of triplets which we got to know. Basically 3, 5 7, 4 5 7, 4 5 7 and 5 5 7. So we are basically counting all the valid triplets which we just calculated, and a simple formula is right minus left. So we are going to maintain two indexes, index number right, index number left. Left is going to be our element A, right is going to be our element B, and then C will be fixed. So this is going to be n square time complexity instead of n cube. Now one more thing guys, the moment you find an answer with this B, I know that we need to shift our B pointer in the left side. The reason is now I want to reduce my data and see that if I change my B from this 5 to, let us say, the element in the left, right now both are same, but when the data is sorted, obviously when you move in the left side, it will decrease, right? Your B will decrease. So you are decreasing your B and checking that can you form more pairs. So this is your A, this is your B. Your C is fixed, right? Your C will be changing after your A pointer has exceeded the B pointer. At that point you will stop and you will say that let's move my C from 7 to 5. But as of now, this is your C, this is your B, this is your A. Still you will see A plus B is more than 7 or C. So your right index is now 4, left is 1. So you are getting 4 minus 1, 3 more triplets. Basically this 3, 5 and 7, this 4, 5 and 7, this 4, then 5, then 7. And that is all the trick you need to do to solve this particular problem. And now let me take you back to the code editor to show you the complete solution for this particular problem. So this is the complete solution for this particular problem. We are first sorting our data, then result is equal to 0 as of now, and then that's the length of numbers. Now we are running an opposite loop and we are saying that this opposite loop, any number at index number I will serve as our C. Then left is 0 and right is I minus 1. Left is the index for our number A, right is the index for our number B. Then while left is less than right, I can say if nums of left plus nums of right is more than nums of I, then we can say result is equal to result plus right minus left, and right will be reduced. But if this is not true, then we are going to increase the sum here, the nums of left plus nums of right. So for that we can say left plus equal to 1. And finally we can return the value of result, and if you submit this you will see that it is passing all the different test cases and in a very efficient way. You can see the memory wise it is really good, runtime wise also it is good. So we can say we have solved the problem in a very efficient way. So that's it for this video guys. If this video has helped you to understand the problem deeply and the solution approach, then make sure that you hit that like button. And if you are not subscribed to my channel as of now, then make sure that you subscribe to the channel as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. I want to see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching this one.